HMAS Waterhen was a W-class destroyer that served in the Royal Navy and the Royal Australian Navy. Built during World War I, the destroyer was completed in mid-1918 and commissioned into the Royal Navy. In 1933, Waterhen and 4 other British ships were transferred to the RAN. The ship's early RAN career was uneventful, with periods spent decommissioned in reserve, but she was reactivated in September 1939, and deployed to the Mediterranean as part of the Australian destroyer force, the Scrap Iron Flotilla. During her time in the Mediterranean, Waterhen was involved in escort and patrol duties, performed shore bombardments, and participated in Allied evacuations from Greece and Crete. On 29 June 1941, while operating with the Tobruk ferry service, Waterhen was heavily damaged by Axis aircraft. Attempts to tow the ship to port were unsuccessful, and she sank on 30 June, the first RAN ship lost to combat in World War II. Design and construction. Waterhen was a W-class destroyer constructed for the Royal Navy during World War I. The ship had a displacement of 1,100 tons at standard load, was 312 feet (1.25 inches) in length overall and 300 feet long between perpendiculars, had a beam of 29 feet (6.5 inches), and a maximum draft of 13 feet (11.125 inches. Propulsion machinery consisted of 3 Yarrow boilers feeding 2 Brown Curtis turbines, which provided 27,000 shaft horsepower to the 2 propeller shafts. Maximum design speed was 34 knots. Waterhen had a range of 3,560 nautical miles at 12 knots. The ship's company consisted of 6 officers and 113 sailors. At launch, Waterhen's main armament consisted of 4 single QF 4-inch Mark V guns. This was supplemented by a quad-barreled QF 2-pounder naval gun, and 5 303-inch machine guns of various types. The destroyer was also fitted with 2 3-tube 21-inch torpedo sets, 2 depth-charge suits, and 4 depth-charge throwers. Later modifications to her armament included the installation of a second 2-pounder gun, and the replacement of the torpedo tube sets with 2 4-tube sets. Waterhen was laid down by Palmer's Shipbuilding and Iron Company at their shipyard in Hebburn-on-Tyne on 3 July 1917. She was launched on 26 March 1918. The destroyer was completed on 17 July 1918, and was commissioned into the Royal Navy. Operational history. Transfer to RAN. In 1933, the British Admiralty decided to replace 5 S-class destroyers on loan to the RAN with 5 more capable destroyers. Waterhen was one of the 5 ships selected, and was commissioned into the RAN at Portsmouth on the 11th of October 1933. The ships arrived in Australia on the 21st of December 1933. Waterhen was paid off in reserve on the 9th of October 1934 but recommissioned on the 14th of April 1936. She was decommissioned again on the 1st of June 1938, and returned to service between the 29th of September and the 10th of November 1938. World War II. With war in Europe looming, Waterhen was recommissioned on 1 September 1939. On 14 November, Waterhen sailed to Singapore. Then, after rendezvousing with the rest of the Australian destroyer flotilla, headed for the Mediterranean. While en route, Waterhen detached to participate in the unsuccessful hunt for the German warship Admiral Graf's P. During the early part of her Mediterranean deployment, Waterhen was involved in convoy escort and anti-submarine patrols, but these were mostly uneventful until Italy entered the war in August 1940. On the 17th of August, the destroyer performed shore bombardments of the Libyan coast. On the 21st of August, they did the same at Bardia. In October, Waterhen escorted supply ships to Crete, where a forward base was being set up to assist in the Allied reinforcement of Greece. On the 25th of December, the ship captured the Italian supply ship Terroremo Diritto. On the 30th of December, Waterhen unintentionally rammed and sank the anti-submarine trawler HMS Bandolero, and was forced to dock for repairs. In April, Waterhen became involved in Allied evacuations from Greece and Crete. After this, she was assigned to the Tobruk ferry service. Supply runs to the Allied force besieged at Tobruk. Loss. On the 29th of June, Waterhen and HMS Defender were making the run to Tobruk when they were attacked off Sollum by 19 Axis Junkers Ju-87 dive bombers. The attack heavily damaged the Australian destroyer. Waterhen was hit in the stern by a single 500 kg bomb dropped by the Ju-87 piloted by Maestro Ennio Tarantella, which caused the immediate flooding of the engine and boiler rooms. Defender took Waterhen in tow, but at 13:50 on the 30th of June 1941, the destroyer rolled over and sank. She was the first ship of the Royal Australian Navy to be lost by enemy action in World War II. The ship earned 3 battle honours for her wartime service: Libya 1941, Greece 1941, and Crete 1941. Citations